Bom dia! Welcome back! Today is Sunday, February 23rd, and boy oh boy is it hot today. Hot and sunny. But that doesn't stop me from taking the hour-long walk between my apartment and the center of this little city I live in, San Antonio. 1 hour under the hot sun. Only mad dogs and Englishmen, and the occasional crazy American. Friends, it's only 5 more days until I head into Salvador for Carnival. Carnival starts on Thursday, but we'll be heading into Salvador on Friday. I think we're going to take the van and ferry boat there. It'll take about 4 hours door to door, and I'm looking forward to it. Carnival officially lasts 5 days, but you know, in reality, it lasts over 2 weeks. But of course, I can't be there the entire 2 weeks. But I can be there for the most important days. Be staying with my, well, I guess she's officially my stepdaughter, but I call her my cuñada, sister-in-law. Just that's what everybody calls each other here, cuñado y cuñada. And be staying in her apartment in my old neighborhood, Baja, there in Salvador. And her apartment is just 2 blocks off the main Carnival route. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of sleepless days and nights between attending Carnival in the streets and the noise and the excitement and the electric energy. Hard to get any sleep. In contrast, today is a very sleepy, hot Sunday early afternoon here in my small city where I live, where I'm living temporarily for the next 4 or 5 months until I move back to Salvador. I am walking down to downtown because I need to get some medications. I need to go to the pharmacy. Now, I don't know if the pharmacy I need to go to is open. I'm crossing my fingers. It is Sunday. Generally, most businesses are closed on Sundays here. But our little shopping mall is open. At least the food court is open. The supermarket is open. And I'm hoping, I vaguely remembered that this pharmacy that I need to go to, I believe it might be the only one in this town that sells medication I need, which is the famous Ozempic, which I take for diabetes, by the way. Hopefully it's open, but even if it's not, I need and enjoy the walk. It's my main source of exercise, and if it's not open, I'll just, you know, go have something, a snack, and go to the supermarket, and then head home. But not walking, though. I'll take a motorcycle taxi home. Round trip would be just a little too much in this heat. Well, I continue to be shocked and horrified by the news from the United States and what the Trump regime is doing to trample on Constitution and people's rights, and how he's turning the U.S. into a type of authoritarian dictatorship. But I am a little bit buoyed by what I'm reading. Read an article in the New York Times today about how people are starting to come out of their shock and stupor and are starting to react and against what is happening. So I take some heart in that and hope it will continue to grow and expand and explode. That the American people wake up and don't allow this takeover by Trump and his minions. And today are also the elections in Germany, and that will be interesting to see which direction Germany goes in. Hopefully, it does not give a big vote to the AfD neo-Nazi far right-wing party. That would be a major step in the wrong direction for both Germany and Europe. Well, we've reached downtown now, but I've still got a bit of a walk till I get to the pharmacy that I need to go to. Anyway, a little bit more about politics. Brazil has a functioning, balanced Supreme Court. And it's not just a right-wing puppet and mouthpiece for the current regime like it is in the United States, with a few honorable exceptions. The Supreme Court are putty in Trump's hands. Here in Brazil, the Brazilian Supreme Court has barred the ex-president Jair Bolsonaro from running again, and he has been found eligible, if I may use that word, to be tried for attempting a coup against the last election, trying to overthrow it in a January 6th-like attempt. I believe it happened on January 10th here. And he faces, if found guilty, a long prison sentence. Exactly what should have happened to Trump. So parabéns, Brazil. Congratulations, Brazil. You're proving to be a stronger democracy than the United States. Boy, look at downtown San Antonio. It's absolutely deserted. Dead as a doornail. Normally, this downtown is bustling with lots of cars and lots of pedestrians walking in the streets, all the stores open, but not today on Sunday. But fortunately, some pharmacies are required by law to be open on Sunday, and a few will stay open 24 hours. Hopefully, the pharmacy that I need to go to right now, we're walking there, is one of those pharmacies that is open on Sundays. We'll find out. Oh, and another thing about the medication I'm buying, Ozempic, is that it has to be kept refrigerated at all times. So there's no way that I could walk back home, walk a whole hour under this hot tropical sun. My Ozempic would be ruined. And while it's significantly cheaper here in Brazil than it is in the United States, it's $200, the equivalent of $200 here compared to over $1,000 in the United States. Still, it's not a medication I would want to ruin by getting it too warm under the sun, so I will be taking a motorcycle taxi home. Get back, and I'll do everything I need to do down here and make the pharmacy my last stop. You know how I'll know I'm too old to do this anymore? Living abroad, perhaps, is when I'm no longer able to make these long walks. Now, I have no problem. I'm 70 years old. I have no problem with walking 2, 3, even 4 hours a day. Generally, every day, I at least walk 2 hours. But when the day comes that I can no longer do that, who knows what kind of changes I'll have to make. But I think that I'm a long way off from that. My energy level is good. I have absolutely no problem walking. I have no muscular problems. Nothing that keeps me from this kind of activity. So, knock on wood, next time I see a piece of wood, I'll be living abroad and traveling like this for a long time to come. Yay, the pharmacy is open. I'll stop here on my way home, but the only question now is, do they have Ozempic in stock? We'll find out. And I'm back home now, and look what I got at the pharmacy. I got my Ozempic. They're so friendly at that pharmacy, and the price is good, and I think I've said this before, I just consider it a minor miracle that I'm able to get this in this small city. Before, I was making a monthly trip into Salvador just to buy this. And so it's a big relief to be that I did find a pharmacy here that carries it. And I'm putting it in the refrigerator now, where it has to be. I was frantic to get home, but you know, the pharmacy was so nice, they gave me this ice pack for free, whatever it's called, an ice thingy, thermal thingy. you know, I looked around the farm and said, "Do you sell these?" And she said, "Oh, well, I'll just give you one." I guess they keep them and give them to people who are buying Ozempic, because you do have to keep it cool, and it's very, very hot here. So I'll put this in the freezer, just save it for another trip. And then guess where I'm heading? Straight to my room, where I am going to lie down in my comfy little bed. Oh, and you know, breaking my TV, I knocked it off that stool, was a blessing in disguise, because I had to get a new TV, and this time I mounted it on the wall of my bed. So I lie here in bed and look up at my new TV. Life is good. Lest anybody think I'm a television addict, I'm most certainly not. I'm much more of a reader than I am a television watcher, so I got lots of books here too. Anyway, I'm gonna make this video short. Thanks for joining me on my walk today downtown to the pharmacy. Today is Sunday, and the next time I come to you may be this coming weekend, when I go into Salvador for Carnival, and that's going to be very exciting, and I hope you join me. So, as always, beijos, ciao. See you soon.